thought I was live. Okay, let me start it all over again. Okay, good evening, everyone. Good day, good afternoon, whatever location you are at. I want to have a conversation with you about the LGBTQ, but basically, I want to have a conversation about parents who have trans children or gay children. A child to you is also a blessing within itself, if you want to look at it that way. There are so many people that would love to have children. They have complications; they can't quite have children. Now, of course, you bring in an entity, that means you're going to be bringing someone into your life of DNA, maybe ancestors or, the past, or just a whole new spirit person, which should be celebrated. And sometimes when parents realize they have children, they make the children's life about themselves. You, as a parent, I always think it's hypocritical because as a child, you don't like things your parents try to do to you. And some of y'all have broken homes and stuff growing up and stuff. And, you're kind of straying away from your parents. But here it is, you have a child that you have much more understanding because you know how the world works. We work in a very hypocrite world. Hypocrite world means that I have no problem with gay children, but just not my child. I have no problem with trans children, just not my child. Okay, so if you're a loving parent, God bless you and thank you for staying in your child's life, because a lot of things that the homeless children or the gay children or the trans children are going to go through is going to be horrific. 9 times out of 10, not all the time. Most trans women have 40% has tried to commit suicide. Even more so, probably even gay. Unfortunately, when it comes down to these issues, in the world we live, we have children that are on drugs. They couldn't exist in this world because they're looking for approval. They're looking for acceptance. And if you're not strong, clearly you're going to break. With the parents' love, and it's not set across the board because, everybody tries to do this, but they can't. So with the parents' love, things could be much more better. But sometimes the children are out of control. But when we talk about this, I want to stay focused on one thing. I want to talk about trans children, and I want to talk about gay children. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about persons that just love a person of a sex that parents don't agree with. And we watch marriages that are cisgender people get divorced, stuff like that. We watch this. And we watch things that always go accordingly the way the body goes to go, but it goes that way. As a trans child, or a two-spirit woman child, or as a gay child, when you find out that your child is not what you want, and I'm going to speak to the parents of trans and gay, you throw your child away on the streets. And when you throw your children away on the streets, you're saying whatever happens, happens. And then the sad part about it, that add even more insult to injury, is that you're a parent. That means you're going to get old. And when you get old, you're going to really need somebody to take care of you. And sometimes people are only around for you for the gifts they can receive, and sometimes you throw away your blessing and looking for another blessing. When your blessing was already sitting there, you tossed it and threw it away. So the thing is this is to me, to you, a parent like my own is in ICU as we speak. So a parent is, thank you. Hey, Rex. Oh, y'all can see me on YouTube. Am I on YouTube? Am I on YouTube? Because I'm seeing people from, is I'm on YouTube? Okay. Is y'all on YouTube? Rex and Butterscotch and so my thing is this, is that when you have a parent, I guess it's not, when you have a parent who is sick in ICU, fighting for their lives and stuff, and you find out more information than you needed to find out, not really knowing how. Oh, okay, I didn't know it was on YouTube. Okay, cool. Let me check this out. So when you have a parent and stuff, and your parent is sick now. Now, it's not unheard of. Me and my mother has had a tremendous amount of relationship, which is like really heavy duty stuff. I don't want to air all the laundry out. At the end of the day, everybody has their own story. But at the end of the day, I was contacted to get in contact with her because she's an ICU. She's fighting for her life, and she's on deathbed. She's in between worlds. That means she's in the spiritual world and she's in the flesh world. And basically, I had to try to get everybody to pray for her, to try to through prayer, all things are possible. So I said, pray for her and let's try to heal her to come out of this condition. Now, uh, I've been talking to her since years ago because of situations. You standing behind people that's not blood, and you throw away your own blood away. You know, the same blood through me runs to her. She created this whole new fantasy, these whole new people, and that she calls her family. And this is fine. I'm listening. I don't try to dictate nobody's life or what I feel as though they need to do. Only go accordingly because of our relationship. She wasn't. Her and the father who had created me, that means the man she married, was not happy with their decision, so they got rid of me. Fine. So as I move forward in my life and go through all the struggles and bumps and layers and try to figure things out the best way I know it can, I know I cannot come to this woman, the same woman that has no problem with gay people, which is all around her. Trans people was all around. She has no problem with those people as long as it's not me. And so the long story short is I was informed the information in reference to I wanted to find out more about her, what was going on within her life, because there was contact that she's on deathbed. And all I've been trying to do is get prayer up to pull her through, because always I feel as though all things prayer is possible. Unfortunately, she didn't fight for me the way I'm fighting for her. I wish that she would have fought for me the way I fought for her, but she basically disowned me. She also abandoned. Then also, she told everybody that she didn't have me. So I'm known as a stepchild. So do research and people coming back finding information, they found out that she had a baby, which was me. And her storyline was that she didn't really, I was a stepchild. So I was a stepchild and she really didn't have a connection with me. I was like a stepchild from another family and stuff. So her girlfriend, her best friend came to me and she told me, I didn't even know about you. You know, your mom told me that you was a stepchild and everybody in the whole unit knew that you were a stepchild, but everybody wanted to find out where her baby was at. Now, without getting too much deep into it, she gave an authority of someone who I was in a relationship with years ago. What's this thing called? Power of attorney. Me and this person had a lot of tremendous bad past. But she, due to the fact that me and this person was not really cool, she took her and she pulled her closer to her. Unfortunately, the woman who birthed me, if you were a person that could come after me, that could destroy me, she would think you were her friend because you was the more battery in her back would make her more fluid, to attack me. And it made me disappear. Now I have to fight for her life and I have to go in prayer. And I'm listening to all this information, I'm downloading it, and I have to take my personal feelings and put it to the side as I fight and have the person sit next to me, get the doctor's call her about the woman who birthed me, and the mother who birthed me is calling her daughter. So everybody knows that that's her daughter and not me. And I have to sit back and watch this. Also, I have to sit back and watch her call other people her children, stuff like that. And she has love for everybody. Also watch her taking people who are homeless. I watched all these things, And the thing about it with me is that I don't control nobody's movement, but my thing is they didn't have to contact me. They could have carried the plan all the way out due to the fact that they feel as though she's dying and they kind of feel as like she's not going to make it. But I'm through prayer. All things are possible. I'm fighting for her. Even though she's not fighting for me, I'm fighting for her to come through this. I'm fighting for her to get through this. And without saying too much, because there's a whole lot more, because our family is like the worst. We don't pick our family, but sometimes we make things work the best way we can. And when I tell you, I was disrespected, that name, I was not respected, but I couldn't react off of my feelings, because I feel as though if I say something about you don't, if you act a certain type of energy, people are not going to feel comfortable telling you everything. So you have to take the punches with the blows so you get all the information to find out that the woman who birthed you, your mother, was saying about you behind the scenes. And she not only outed me, she told everybody even about me, that name and stuff like that. And it's sad because it's not surprising because she's been consistent as this, and this, and this. But it's sad because now I'm sitting here and I'm fighting for her and I'm talking to doctors and I wasn't even on the list as far as power of attorney. And I read the power of attorney, the paperwork and stuff. I'm nowhere, I'm erased. I'm erased. And I'm the one fighting. The friends, everybody else is shattered. But I'm fighting for her when she didn't fight for me. So I have to fight for her to make sure people are not around her for insurance policies, for fraud, whatever they're trying to do to get for her, because they're praying, my personal opinion, on her death because of monetary value, while I pray on her life to bring her back here. And it's funny because when money changes things when it comes to people, so I have to fight for her. I have to fight for her. So I'm doing this thing because I want you to pray for her. Pray for her to come out of this. Pray for her to get strong. Pray for her. And me being a person that's got high blood pressure, I have one stroke. I have to monitor my actions because I may have a stroke. I've had 6 doctors tell me I'm in a lot of trouble. So I have to monitor everything I do, and I have to stay away. Because if I have a stroke, then I'm just out. I'm just going to fall out. Nobody's going to know unless they come out here to find me. So my message to the man is, be careful who you throw away in life. Because sometimes the blessing you've been looking for will sit right there in front of you, and you throw away your blessing. Now here it is, when you need somebody to fight for you, everybody's standing back watching. You got somebody that's the power of attorney who's evidently not doing everything they're supposed to because they have a whole life. And the thing about it is that they contact me, even through her spiritual world, which is another story, spiritual work, because I deal with the spirits and stuff like that. She contacted me way before I got the call. And she stood in front of me in my room and she was smiling and she looked at me through a veil. Now with this veil, I know it's a veil of life or a veil of death. I don't want to speculate. But then after a couple of days later, I got a phone call about her. She was in the hospital and they were that she's going to die. And they contacted me because they didn't want her to die without me knowing it. In the meantime, I'm sure, I don't even know how long ago before I got the phone call, but I was told that other people had talked to her on the cell phone, but she didn't speak back. But that's accusations, or I don't know, because I'm sure it's a lot more going on behind the scenes. Because when it comes to protecting me, everybody gets quiet. But then my thing is this: if that's the way you feel, then why would you contact me? I have to fight for answers. I have to go through anybody I can to fight for her as a person that's been gone away. Everybody wants to keep the secret a secret. Everybody wants me not to find out things. And I'm finding out things, and I cannot speak through anger. I cannot speak through upsetness. I cannot speak through the way I really feel. I just have to sit there and take it. It's almost as if I'm on the ground and they're just kicking me in my head and kicking me and kicking me and kicking me. And I know if I get up, it's going to be a problem. So I have to take the abuse until I can't take it no more. And the dead name and disrespect is so sad that I could go to other people and get more respect than I can from the old blood that runs through my body. And I get it. Because like I said before, she's been consistent that I destroyed her life. She wished she never had me. And I respect her for that. I respect somebody who could tell me how they feel about me than to sit in front of my face and be phony. So I have to pick up respect for that. Now, however, I did not know that she did not let people know I was her child. She said I was her stepchild. I did not know this information, but it's not surprising. I was a little shocked because for me sitting there in her house, I was shocked because not only I've been abandoned, I've been denied. So I'm a denied child. And that's fine too. Because like I said before, she's been consistent. And then people say, well, you know what, she really loves you. And see, this is the thing I have with that. Please do not lie to a person if a person already said who they are. If a person tells you who they are, you believe them. Not what you want to say. We don't need the Band-Aid. We need the truth. I like the truth. It may not be what I want to hear, but I appreciate the fact that you told me the truth. Because simple fact of the matter, if this person who is that's my mother dies, I got the truth of how she really felt about me. It's not what I wanted to hear, but it is her truth. And on the obituary, what would we put out of honoring her? Would you put the stepchild or would you put the biological child? Like, how are we going to do this? Because out of respect for her, with the one um, that's doing it, would that be the daughter? And I would just be, the stepchild? Because at the end of the day, that's not her daughter. And that's a whole other story there, but I'm not going to go there. So that's not the daughter. So what are we going to do? So in the obituary, we're going to put me as a stepchild or we're not going to put me at all. My thing is this. If it's that much of a disappointment, honor her all the way out. You know what I mean? Like, honor her and don't put me in it at all. Just act like I never existed. But in the meantime, I want to keep her up in your prayer and I want to create all the positive. And I'm trying to talk to her through my spiritual world and contacting her and talking to her. Because I want her to make it. While everyone's asking me, well, what the doctor said, well, what do you think we should do? We should do. I said, fight for her. Everything you got to do, fight for this woman. Get this woman back here. I don't hate her. I just accept her. And sometimes things don't come the way you want, but acceptance is powerful. And the thing about it is I don't like the delivery I receive. I'm not going to share everything I receive. But trust me, if I didn't pray every day, if I didn't have the man on top of me, holding me, I wouldn't have made it. But like I said before, keep her in your prayers because I want her to make it. I wanted to make it. I called at the doctor's office today, and she's still not doing good. She's sedated. And with COVID-19, you cannot come to the hospital. You can't come inside. You have to stay away because you could be sick, or the doctors and nurses don't need that type of activity inside because they're trying their best to keep people alive and their families. Everybody's family is important. And even though you may be going through it mentally, and then you're receiving information about the woman you're fighting for mentally, it's a lot for one person to take. So through prayer, all things are possible. So please keep her in your prayers because I want her to make it and I want her to come through it. I want her to make it and I want her to come through it. And even though reading paperwork, when my name is completely erased, I didn't have to know that, but I asked God, I said, why do you want me to go down here? And I guess he was like, I need you to see something. I need you to find out something. And even though that's not what I thought I was going to find out, I found out. So, like I said, I'm doing this because I want you to pray for her, please. And anywhere I can go to get a prayer, I'm gathering them up for her. And Just pray for her. That's all I'm asking. So that's all I want to do. Keep her in your prayers. So I wanted to do this video. And I wanted to get it out again. Like I said before, it's way more than that, but I don't want to go no further. I just want to say this one thing. In every blessing, there's a lesson. So you have a child that's gay or trans, you hold your child close to you, because that child is going to fight for you when everybody else is clear and everybody's waiting to pass insurance policies in. That child is fighting for you. When you didn't fight for your child, and sure, I'll be the stepchild, or I'll be somebody you don't even know, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm fighting for you. And in the day, I just want you to pray for her. And that's all I want to say. And do not throw your children away. My message to you, do not throw your child away. They may not be what you want, but it's a blessing in every child that comes into your life. Stop making your child about, stop making everything your child about you. Receive the blessing that you receive. Find how big your child could be. Don't make it about you. Listen to the things that God has sent you. God has sent you this child. It's a different child. Remember, they want to throw the Bible and say, didn't God send his only begotten son down named Jesus? And what did straight people do to God's son? They killed him. They crucified him. They murdered him. And these are straight people, they're not gay people. So the straight people are supposed to be the straight way. Then how did y'all kill his son? And then y'all want to go to heaven if you killed his son. You crucified him. You beat him. You know, and then you want to say, but the straight way is the right way. But y'all killed the Almighty. Y'all killed his son, his only son, that he said to protect you, straight people. You killed them. And then you say, what we do is bad. But you don't say what you did to his kid. You killed him. You knelt him on a cross. He died for his sin. Yeah, since he didn't die, he was murdered. Let's call a thing a thing. You killed him. He didn't die. You murdered him. You crucified him. You beat him. Then you knelt him to the cross after you made him carry. Then you took him down. The parents, the women crying. You threw him inside of a cave. This is what straight people did. But then you talk about gay people. This is what y'all did. You want us to follow you? Nobody wants to follow you. You killed his kid. Self-responsibility. But you won't, because you're going to make it right. Anyway, I just want to share this with you, like I said before. And that's for the Bible people. I just want you to have something. I could go even deeper than that, but I won't. Because I want to keep it positive. Because if the woman who birthed me felt the same way I'm feeling, and is speaking the things I'm speaking, then maybe she'd be much, much stronger. But unfortunately, a lot of times, we got a lot of followers and not a lot of leaders. And when you're a leader, you're going to catch all the mess. And you got a lot of birds. A lot of birds will do research. Even though they know things, they'll just make it another way. But that's another story. I have to fight for her, because she did not fight for me. So I just wanted to share this with you at it's 1:12, and forgive me, went a little to the left, but I just want to share this with you because I'm going anywhere I can to pray for her. So I'm just going everywhere I can. So that's why I didn't even know YouTube was connected. So I just go anywhere I can. I don't want to know, everywhere I can. I just, every prayer helps. So the doctors got her in the office now, and they're around her in the office, in the hospital. She's heavily sedated, and her oxygen is 80. They called me, asked me what should they do next as far as certain things. I'm not gonna share that much. I said, whatever you have to do to keep her alive, keep her alive. I say I have to fight for her, and through prayer and through everything I have to fight for her. It's not personal. Anyway, God bless you. Share the video everywhere you can, especially to parents. The parents may not know. Maybe parents may be confused. Maybe parents may not know a lot of things. Hold on to your kids. Hold on to your kids before you let their child walk out that door. You tell your child, let's make it work. Tell me what I need to do for you. Tell me what I need to do for you. And I'm going to take you through it. And anybody in your family that goes against your child, you tell them we're no longer taking compensation for you until you can love my child the way I love my child. And don't, parents, do not let people get in your ear. Because the same people talking about your child's talking about you too. It's not like it's separated. Anyway, I just want to share this with you. I want you to have a blessed day. Share the video everywhere you can. Because we definitely got to stop this throwing children away. These are real people. And these children act up and go crazy and on drugs and stuff like that. We close our eyes to it. You can't throw away a blessing and keep asking God for a blessing when it was sitting right in front of your face and you threw it away. So like I said before, share the video everywhere you can. Have a blessed and safe day. I'm going to have to go because I don't want to have a stroke. The doctor has 6 doctors tell me I'm in a lot of trouble. So y'all have a blessed day. I think my live is about to leave. I don't know how to close this thing off. And thank you all on YouTube. God bless you all. Share the video if you can. You have a blessed day. I don't know how to shut this thing on. God bless you all. Please keep my mother in your prayer. God bless you all. Y'all have a blessed day. And I love you.